In this quick video, I'm going to share one of my favorite AI automations powered by Google Gemini that is not only simple to build, but actually moves the needle in the real world for my business. And it's very important that you guys understand that last part because we're bombarded with these types of videos and images of 100 node N8N automations with AI agents in the mix. But the reality here, guys, is that this type of automation is actually more likely to break and cause more damage than building something boring and simple that performs a real world task and is more scalable. And I'm going to explain more of that in this video, so be sure to stick around until the very end. And if this is your first time to the channel, welcome. My name is Ryan. I appreciate you being here. And if you want to get my favorite AI tools, prompts, and automation templates, be sure to get my free AI Marketing Essentials Guide. You can find the link for this in the video description or pinned comment below. And also new for 2026, my AI community is now completely free to join, where you'll find this automation template and all of the other automation templates related to marketing, content creation, and business use inside my community right here. So I'll leave a link to that in the video description below as well. All right, so what is this simple, boring, no BS automation that I'm talking about? You'll notice I'm only using 3 modules in this entire workflow. But what this does is this actually automates the entire research process and generates high impact questions for my podcast called AI Rabbit Holes. If you haven't listened to an episode yet, I highly recommend it. I'll leave a link to it in the video description below. I'm also on Spotify and Apple. And if you can imagine how tedious and how manual this process would be of researching a guest like Mark Kashef or Sabrina Romanoff, where you'd have to pull up Gemini, ChatGPT, or Claude, ask the AI chatbot to research the guest, ask the AI chatbot to come up with questions, and then go back and forth to obviously monitor quality. That process can take hours if you're actually trying to ensure quality and create a podcast that moves the needle, that is. Anyone can throw up some slop podcast with Notebook LM or have some 100 node AI agent do it all for them. But in my channel and the videos that I'm trying to create here, we always want to keep quality top of mind. Now, you may be thinking, well, Ryan, I don't run a podcast, so why should I care about this? Think about how impactful an automation like this is for B2B sales, for instance, or any business owner running a service business. Whether you're using Calendly, TidyCal, Cal.com, whatever your calendar booking app is, you can create a similar workflow that triggers when a new lead comes in. Let's say you have a new inbound lead or a new prospect. You can have it automatically research that prospect with Google Gemini, come up with any potential questions, details, or just any other important information that's going to help you on that intro sales call. So that's another real world example where you can use an automation just like this. And now I'm going to show you exactly step by step how to build it. So you'll notice I'm using make.com in this example, but you can also build this workflow on N8N, Zapier, Gumloop, or any automation platform. And so make.com is completely free to sign up and use. And once you create a free account, all you need to do is click create scenario. And this will take you to a brand new scenario page. Now, we're not going to build this from scratch. You can get my template for free by simply joining my community. And then inside my classroom, I have an AI automations vault, and I've titled this Research Automation Gemini since I'm using Google Gemini to power the research. And then you'll see get JSON file, so you can download it for free right here. And then once you've done that, come back to your new scenario, click this option with the 3 dots in the top right, click import blueprint, click choose file, go ahead and click podcast research automation and find it wherever you saved it on your computer, and then go ahead and click save. And then here is the automation right here. So now let's go through step by step and talk through each one of these modules. So you'll notice my first module is Calendly, and that's what triggers this automation to start. As I send this booking form from Calendly, and when someone fills this out with name, email, website, YouTube channel, and also a description of what the podcast episode is about, that triggers the automation right here. And so you don't have to use Calendly, right? There's integrations for TidyCal, Cal.com, and several other booking platforms just like it. But let's go through here and show you how to create a webhook and set this up properly. So let's say you are using Calendly. So we need to create a webhook here. Obviously, I have several webhooks created, but I'm going to go ahead and click add. And so now what we're going to do is give this webhook a name. We'll do demo webhook. And then what you need to do is connect to your Calendly account or TidyCal, cal.com, etc. by clicking add and following the connection process. It should be pretty straightforward across whatever automation platform that you're using. Now for events, we want invitee created, invitee, however you say that word. That is what we want to initiate this workflow. From an organization and user URI, we want select from list. From an organization URI, we want our Calendly API URL. And then for user, you don't have to fill this out, I believe. So we're going to go ahead and click save. And then while that webhook is created, we're going to click save again. I'm going to click save again. And now we're going to move on to the next step here. And for the next module, you'll notice I'm using something called OpenRouter. And you might be wondering, well, Ryan, I thought this was powered by Google Gemini. And it is. If I scroll down here, it says model. You'll see I'm using Gemini 3 Pro Preview. And the reason I'm using OpenRouter and not the official Google Gemini module is because I don't want to go back and forth and create an API key for Google Gemini, create an API key for OpenAI, create an API key for Anthropic or XAI, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. OpenRouter is a very cool and smooth system here where you just have one API and you can go through and choose between various AI models. And I believe the pricing is also super competitive with the official APIs as well. Now, there is some little fee that you have to pay when adding credits inside OpenRouter, but I would recommend going this route versus trying to screw around with 10 different AI platforms and you have 10 different API keys. That is just a convoluted mess, and I've run into that several times. So I'll leave a link to OpenRouter in the video description below if you want to sign up. And then once you sign up for OpenRouter, what you need to do is, let's go ahead into my account settings. You need to establish an API key. So you'd click API keys, create API key. And then what you would do is create an API key. So let's do demo API. Let's just leave all of this blank, no expiration, leave blank, click create. And this will give you an API key that you'll need to copy, come back to your automation. And then since you won't be connected, you'll see I'm connected right here. You'll click add connection, connection type, just do OpenRouter, name it whatever you want. Paste that API key right here and then click save, and then you should be connected to OpenRouter after that. Now for the content, this is why getting my template is so beneficial here. Now a quick note, if you're not using Calendly, you'll have to go through and change some of these inputs here based on whatever your system is, if it's TidyCal, cal.com, etc. But this is a very, very detailed prompt that I've been, testing and reiterating to get as high quality outputs as I can for podcast research and generating high impact questions. So you guys can review this when you upload my template and go through the different content stuff here. But essentially I'm telling it you're a senior research lead for my podcast, gave it a URL or a link to my podcast, and I'm telling it based on the name, so whatever that name is that someone entered into Calendly and whatever their answers are for what they filled out on those answers on my booking form right here, I'm telling it to do in-depth research based on, you generate questions, come up with an intro, come up with rapid fire questions, etc., based on the inputs that the guest provides. And I'm going to show you exactly what this looks like as we're going to run a demo here shortly. Now, if I scroll down for the role, leave this as user. For the model, this is very important here. I'd recommend using Gemini 3 Pro. That is arguably one of the best AI models right now for research. You can try Gemini 3 Flash if you want to save on costs, but I believe Gemini 3 Pro is 3 cents per run, maybe a little more than that. Gemini 3 Flash, I think, is less than a penny to run. So if you're trying to pinch pennies, maybe you can go with Gemini 3 Flash. There's also several other models you can choose from here. For enable automatic fallback, just click yes, then click save. One thing I forgot to mention here is that you do need to add funds to OpenRouter. So if you go to your profile here, click credits, you need to click add credits. And honestly, $10 is more than enough for what you'll need for this to run. You could probably add $5 and end up getting away with it. But you have to have credits in here in order for OpenRouter to work successfully. So if we go back to the automation, that is the second module here with using OpenRouter powered by Gemini 3 Pro. All right, and for the last module of this automation, you'll notice I'm just using Gmail. This is where the outputs or responses will be sent to. So if you're using Outlook, Slack, maybe WhatsApp, or Notion, whatever is going to keep you best organized, that's what you want to end off this automation. So if I go ahead and open up the Gmail module, obviously, first thing you need to do is connect to your Gmail account, click Add, go through the connection process here. And then for under the recipient email address, this is where you want to get those responses sent to. So obviously my email is right there. You can add more than one email if you want to do that as well. For subject line, I like to keep it simple. AI rabbit holes questions with name. Now this name field is coming from the podcast booking form name field on Calendly right here. So it has the name of that podcast guest right in the subject line. Again, just trying to keep it simple and organized. For body type, just leave collection of contents. Now for the content under text, what we want to do here, and again, if you're using the template, this will already be built in for you, is we want to find OpenRouter, click the choices dropdown, message dropdown, and content. This is the output of that research and podcast questions that will be generated by Gemini 3 Pro, wherever your AI model choice is, right here inside this field of text. Now, once that's done, you don't have to add anything else to this Gmail module. If you're using Gmail, go ahead and click save, and then go ahead and give this a name. So we'll just do podcast research demo or whatever you want to do, and then click save again. So now let's quickly test this automation to make sure it's firing correctly. So I pulled up my podcast booking form through Calendly, and I'm using Chris Kerner in this example. I actually sent him a request to join the podcast, so fingers crossed he'll be on AI Rabbit Holes at some point. And so what we did here is enter in Chris Kerner as a name. I just did obviously my email for this example, Chris Kerner as the name of the business brand, gave him his website, his YouTube channel URL, and then in the description I just said, let's talk about the best AI side hustles. So now I'm going to go ahead and click schedule event. And then this will obviously schedule an event on my calendar. A lot of people use Calendly for things like this, so this is not anything new here. But now I'm going to skip ahead and wait till I get that email with all of the outputs from the automation. All right, so after a minute or so, I automatically received this email with AI rabbit holes questions with the guest name right in the subject line, which will help me stay organized as I scale this podcast. Has some guest information, some topic and title ideas. So like if I were interviewing Chris Kerner, why your side hustle failed and how to fix it. That's a very unique title. The end of passive AI income, what actually works in 2026, right? Both very relevant to the type of content that Chris Kerner creates on Side Hustles. Intro has some general questions, rapid fire questions. Now, those aren't going to be 100% dialed in on the first run. And so what you want to do is go back inside your automation. If something looks off, open up your OpenRouter module and then edit any of the inputs right here to just keep tweaking and refining things, testing it, so on and so forth until your outputs are dialed in. But I hope you guys are starting to understand here why I prefer a simple, boring, 3-module automation for podcast research or any form of research like I just showed you in this tutorial versus some confusing 100-node AI agent N8N automation that can oftentimes break and not produce as high quality outputs as you would get with a simple automation just like this. And so if you've made it this far into the video, I truly appreciate you. And if you found any form of value here, be sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Also drop me a comment below if there are any other types of automations that you guys want me to cover in the near future. But most importantly, I hope you all have a great day.